Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm gonna play with the SheGlam makeup line from Shein. I got quite a few products from them. I think it was 19 products. And I think it cost me like 60 bucks. So a lot of it, I got it while it was on sale. But even when it wasn't on sale, a lot of the items are under $6. I think the most expensive item was my eyeshadow palette that I got. This is the Glitz Whiz by SheGlam. I think this was $12. I did play with this yesterday. I actually made a video and then I deleted it. So the reason being, this foundation is in the shade 03 Wheat. It was supposed to be a light, warm tone, like a light foundation with a yellow undertone. But guys, that is not my face. Oh, now I have a bunch of it on my finger. So it's not my shade. It's not the right color at all. In fact, I put it on and I had a serious case of pumpkin face. I was able to like fix it kind of using some of the other products. But it basically, I didn't even need to contour my face because it already had enough shadow on it. But it just wasn't a good fit. Now, this foundation, I will say I do like the foundation. It is a medium coverage. It is buildable, but I did not want to play with it enough to build it up to what I needed to cover a few of my spots from my period acne. Because the mensies. So I won't be using that product again, but I will say it did sit on the skin nice. It did finish nicely. I applied it using their flat face kabuki brush, which I really like. This is kind of a knockoff of like that, what is it called? The Impossible brush, or like the Perfect Face brush. It's very dense, but it's very soft. It moves very well. And honestly, even using it yesterday, like the product did not cake up in it. Like there's no foundation buildup, and even as I rub it over my hand, like no transfer. It's a good product. So what I'm going to do today, though, I am going to play with my makeup. I am going to play with the makeup that I have. I'm going to use their Flawless Concealer as an all-over foundation. This is in the shade, I think it's in the shade Coffee, which is misleading because it's very light. It was actually a perfect color match for my face. So I'm going to use that. I did not get a primer. I did get enough to do like a full face and a couple different finishes. Like I got a couple different eyeliners, a couple different lipsticks, my palettes and things like that. I didn't get a primer. I honestly didn't even check. I didn't even think about it. So I'm just going to use my Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer on my face today. I'm really going to focus on my T-zone. And then just blend it out. I'm not worried about like caking my whole face in primer. I just really want to focus on those areas that are going to be the shiniest. Okay, so I'm just going to take the concealer here, put some on the back of my hand. And this is, again, the SheGlam Versatile Flawless Concealer. And I'm just gonna, it's my face. It has a nice yellow undertone, a nice warm undertone, which is very fitting. I do have a yellow undertone to my face. Meetings are upon us. I forgot what I was going to say. Just use the brush to blend it on my neck. So I'm really focusing the product at the center of my face and then blending it out. And the reason for that being is like the center of the face is where clearly leftover eyeliner. The center of the face is where the most product is going to be needed. Like hormonally, that's where we get the oiliest. Which is why I tend to use a primer focused on T-zone. It's where we tend to draw like the most light naturally. It's where we tend to get most of our breakouts naturally. It's just that problem area, right? So redness, things like that. So the concealer is a good color match. Very happy about that. I haven't tried to use this as a foundation. I just got the, I'm just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just going to build it up again. I want a more natural finish on my face. So that's why I'm really trying to focus it in the center of my face. And then I'm going to go back over those areas that maybe need just a little bit more attention. I'm just going to use the brush here, and I'll just show you the back of my hand. I've got it all over the back of my hand now, blending in really nicely. It is a flat brush, so you'll notice I'm doing a lot of a stippling motion here, and that's because with, like, the same as if you were using a flat foundation brush, if you go like this and you just drag it along your face, that's all you're doing. You're just dragging product along your face. See, like I'm just moving it across my face. If I do this stippling motion, I'm really pushing the product in to my face, into the areas where I need it. And I can move it that way. And that'll also give you a more natural finish and cover, because you're not just like sweeping the product around. You can do this with a beauty sponge too. I would recommend a dampened beauty blender or beauty sponge. One, it gives a really good finish. You'll get more of like an airbrushed effect. But it also prevents the sponge from picking up a lot of the product, and it helps to distribute it more evenly on your face. So there we go. I realize now I should have done my eyes first, but we'll go backwards today. So that's the concealer. So I feel like it's doing a really good job. It's covering the areas I wanted it to cover. It's a good color match. It's sitting really nicely. I'm really happy with the concealer. I'm at a weird angle. My face feels huge. I think when I figured it out, on average for what I paid like $3.65 per item. But that includes the $12 palette. If I take that out, I paid like $2.15 per item that I got, which is pretty great. I'm coming in, I'm just gonna grab a concealer in a lighter color. This isn't a SheGlam, this is Tarte. This is the Double Duty Beauty. This is the Shape Tape in Light Sand. And I'm just going to do a little under my eyes here just to help with some of the discoloration. I also have a little bit of hyperpigmentation here. I'm just going to take a beauty sponge and dampen it and squeeze out the extra water. So see, I just dampened a little bit of it, squeezed out the extra water, and I'm going to use this. The water runs down my hand. And again, I'm just pushing the product into my face. And the reason I'm doing this, it's kind of become habitual to like put concealer under my eyes and then set my under eye. And really I do that a lot now. I'm going to over here. Normally I won't do concealer on my eyelid because of the oils, but my skin hasn't been super oily lately, so I'm going to risk it. Gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Anyway, I've been doing the concealer under my eyes especially lately, like wearing a mask, like this is all you see. So it's usually the only place where makeup still remains after a day of wearing a mask. Let's go. Okay. Feel good there. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to set my under eye. This is the SheGlam Pearl White Loose Finishing Powder. And this is fun. So, see, I used it. It's got a little poof. Okay, I like, watch this. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, it's stuck. See that? Ooh, magic. When you open it, it pulls up just enough product. And it has a screen here. So the product, you can work more product out. And as you're picking it up, the extra product is dipping back into the bowl. So you're not losing any. You know, that's something that I've noticed with some of the finishing powders. Like for instance, any of the ones that have, well, here, I'll show you. So like one like this is the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Finishing Powder. Like there's always some left in the cap. And it does have like the holes and you could sit here and tap it back in. But it just becomes, sorry, it becomes a bit of a nuisance. And then when you open it up, powder goes everywhere. And what's nice about this is the way it seals, and then because the extra powder falls back under, you don't have that happen. So I really do like the packaging for that reason. And it's a good finishing powder. I wore this all day yesterday and I didn't have any caking. It's super light. And I'm just going to come into a few areas where I'm noticing some shine. Again, that T-zone, I don't know why I'm breathing, sorry. The T-zone, just to kind of help with the unwanted shine. I breathed it in. Don't do that. And seal it back up. And it doesn't have the ingredients. I'd be really interested. This, I'm pretty sure there's a significant amount of talc in here from the way it just tasted. Sorry guys. Okay. So now I'm going to come in, since apparently I'm just going to do my full face before touching my eyes. That's fine. This is their Stereo Face contour palette. It is a 6-color Cosmic Disc contour palette. So you've got kind of like a pinky peach undertone here, a nice warm undertone here, a neutral, and then you have different tones for contour here, more flat. This one I will say, okay, when you are contouring your face, like I don't have a long face, right? So cheekbone here, this like highlight here, blush here, I want to contour here, and I really want to focus it there, because if you get to, and I'm stealing this, and I learned this from Robert Welsh, one of the Welsh brothers, I never really thought about it. But if you ever notice, like if you contour and you do your bronzer and then your highlight, and you get kind of like a gray tone, it's because you're mixing the textures of, and the colors from your bronzer and your highlight. So keep them separate. So I've started to implement that. Thank you. I learned something. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to take a contour brush. And this is just the e.l.f. Sculpting Face Brush. It is a angled. And I'm going to come in, and I want a warmer toned contour today. So I'm going to go with this one here. This one is Chocolate Cake. No, you know what? I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with the Tan Goddess. I don't want such a dark tone. And I'm just tapping my brush into it. And then I'm going to focus it. See, right here. And I'm doing this because I want to create just a focal line. See, there we go. And then come under my jaw. And then I just want to warm up my forehead a bit. I could contour my nose. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to take a fluffier brush. This is the Press and Set Bronzer Brush by Complex Couture. And I'm just going to buff it into my skin. Again, focusing in that same space. I'm not trying to take it up higher. Blend it out. On the chin, I'm pulling it down. And the same here. Buff it out. And really focus on that space. See with the forehead here. Okay. And now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to brush off the extra powder on my face here. Part of the reason I leave it, like, I'm not really, like, I'm not, I guess, yeah, it's baking, but I'm not really like, ooh, I'm baking. It's more to provide a guide. Like, I want to see where I want the levels on my face for my product. Okay. So now, what do I want to do? Now I'm going to come in with the highlight. And this is the SheGlam Metallic Glow Highlighter in the color 101 Sagittarius. Okay. And I'm going to go right here. Again, the high point of my face. The high point of my cheekbones. And guys, what I'm really looking for is, so you'll notice I'm tilting my head to see where the light is catching on my face. And that's where I want to put my highlight. The purpose of the highlight is to help to capture light in the places where it would normally hit on your face to enhance your natural glow. And I love a highlight, guys. I will cake on a highlight. I will say for this one, it's a good color. It's not really buildable. And maybe it's my brush. I don't know. I use this brush with all my other pressed or powdered highlights. But this one, it takes a bit to get to the effect I want. But there we go. See that? And again, I'm keeping it here. Highlight here. Contour here. There's separation. I just threw it. Oops. Pick that up later. All right, now I'm going to come in with the blush. This is the SheGlam pressed blush in the color Smoked Rose. This is the 201 Smoked Rose. This is super pigmented. I made the mistake of like dabbing my brush a couple times. I was like, oh, I'm just going to, no, it covered. So I hit once. I took my brush, I went one time. Let's see. Already so much color. So I'm going to focus on my apples, and I'm not doing this, guys. See how it moves? When you smile to create the apples, they move up, right? Like, and I got big cheeks. So I do it while it's down. And I do my blush after my highlight because I feel like it blends better, a little easier. And I'm just going to take another fluffy brush. This is the Contour Blush Brush by Complex Couture. And I'm just going to blend. Push the product in. Ta-da! Look at that. We did it! Yeah, so that's the face. I'm actually, guys, I said this yesterday, but I'm very pleasantly surprised by how well the makeup from SheGlam works. I was, from the price point, from the reviews I read, because I had mixed reviews, and even using the foundation yesterday, I was like, okay, this is like a step above dollar store makeup, but like just a step, like just one little hop. now, after wearing it all day, seeing how well it was pigmented, seeing how it covers and sits on my face, I'm actually very impressed from not just the price point, but the quality. It stayed on really well. I was very, very impressed with it. I do like it quite a bit now. I think it's a great everyday makeup, right? Like I have makeup. I have some Fenty. I have Tarte. I have some of the, you know, the more quality, well-known brands. Wander Beauty, Yenza. And there are some that I'll wear every day, and there are some that I'll wear on like occasion or do my videos for. But this is a great everyday makeup line, honestly. Very, very impressed. So this is the SheGlam Waterproof Eyebrow Pencil in the shade, this is in the shade Coffee. It's a teardrop. I haven't used this one yet. I have another eyebrow pencil from SheGlam that I used yesterday, and it's just a fine point crayon. But I wanted to give this one a try. So I'm going to come in, and I'm just feathering it in. Going to add a little bit for shaping. And then I'm going to take the spoolie end and I'm going to blend it out so there's no harsh lines. Now this is a waterproof, so I'm assuming that when I go to wash my face this evening, I'm going to need to use an oil-based cleanser to remove my makeup instead of a water-based remover. I'm actually very impressed. Again, that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm not, like yesterday I was like, and I'm really glad I deleted the video to do today, because yesterday I was like, you know what, I'm not impressed. I'm not unimpressed. It is what it is. But I think I was just really feeling down about the foundation. And it wasn't the quality of the foundation. It was the color. But right now I'm really, really, how it's sitting on my face, how comfortable it is. It's not transferring or coming off when I touch it. The quality versus the price. I'm actually very, very impressed now. Same thing, just blending out harsh lines, helping to fill. Yeah, I'm happy, guys. I like it. This is actually a really decent eyebrow pencil. Color me surprised. Because again, I had very low expectations. Very happy. Very, very happy. I'm going to move on to my eyes now. So here's, the palette surprised me yesterday. So I played with, you can see I played here in the greens. I really played in this corner here. This is a cream. So like, I get close enough. If I push, see, this is a cream and it's very pigmented, very orange. There are a couple creams in this palette. There are a couple pressed powders in this palette. There are mattes. There are shimmers. A good blend of shades. Very, very impressed. Yesterday I couldn't get over it. I was like, what is happening? This is cream. Oh my gosh. But then also when I played with the colors, I didn't have any like premeditated plans for how I wanted my eyes to look. And you guys, I picked colors that were not great. So today I'm going to play with the colors. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Still not meditated. Okay. I'm going to take a mini tapered crease brush. And I'm going to come into a more neutral color to start. I'm going to come into this shade right here. This is called Cream. And just circles and wiper motion in the crease. And then I will blend and buff it out. Oh, excuse me. That one snuck up on me. So the colors are very pigmented. They build and blend beautifully. It looks good. Notice here, no caking under the eye. A good blend, it's sitting nicely on the skin. I'm happy. Eyeshadow color, blended nicely. I'm going to come in and do a crease color now. I don't know what color. Okay, so now I'm going to come in to this shade right here, I think. This is called Dream Pop. And I'm going to focus this using a crease brush on the outer corner and into the crease. Okay. Oh, it's a really pretty color. Show you here how it's blending with the previous shade. It's buildable. I don't know if you really saw, I should have talked about it. So read how well I was able to build up this side here and here. Okay, so I really like it. I think it's a really beautiful color. I love the subtle shimmer in it, and it blended really well into the prior color. I might even go back in. I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to just keep working in this line. I'm going to take this shimmer shade here. This is called Made. And it's an orange and gold blend. And this is going to become my outer lid. Work it up towards the crease to help blend that in. There is some fallout here. I will say though, like I've used, and I'm a huge fan of like Morphe and ColourPop palettes. Like a huge fan of their pigmentation, their formula. But there's always a lot of fallout. I have a little bit of fallout right here using this shade. I didn't have it with the other shades. But it's really not bad. It's not enough to make me be like, oh, why did I do my face first? Because I'll be able to clean it up pretty easily. So I'm just going to clean my brush off really quick. Show you here. I'm getting a really pretty color. And now I'm going to come in. I want a lighter shade. I'm going to take this shade, I think. Oh, I'm dropping everything today. Oh my god. We're good. This is called My New Love. It is another pressed powder. Dropped it again. Oh, guys. That's a mistake. I made a mistake. That looks super silver, and it does not look like that in the pan. Okay, hang on. I don't want it. I don't want it. Go away. Okay, so instead, I'm going to come into this shade here, which is called Next to the Moon. And this is a gold, just a pure gold shimmer. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yep. There we go. So the shimmer shades have more of a fallout than the mattes. And obviously the cream has no fallout, which is great. Ooh. She's sparkly. Oh, very happy. Very happy. Guys, I'm so impressed right now. And again, yesterday wasn't really feeling it. Maybe it was just an off day. But for a $12 eyeshadow palette, very comparable. So I'm just patting to clean up that fallout. Clean up pretty easily. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to take a smudging brush. This is the Mott D Sultry Smudge. And I'm going to go back into the shade Dream Pop, this reddish tone. And I'm going to... Ooh. I'm really happy with this. I think it's really beautiful. Again, yesterday when I did my eyes, I used some really beautiful colors. they just didn't really go together really well, which was kind of disappointing because on the palette, like these 6 colors are together on the palette. I would assume when I look at a palette that a row could go together, a 4-piece could go together, and a 6-piece could go together. When I look at this, I say, okay, these shades look pretty well. I can go this way. I could go this way. You know, I could do some combination. These greens clashed terribly. Terribly. Like, it just kind of ruined the whole look for me. But I'm very happy with this row. And sorry. Okay. We're good there. So that's the eye palette. And again, I'm pretty impressed, guys. It's not the, like, it's not the best eyeshadow palette I've ever used, but again, quality versus price, really nice. Really nice. Okay. So next, eyeliner. I got a couple different eyeliners. Yesterday I played with a cream. It was okay. Just like a crayon cream pen like I would expect. Honestly. Still wasn't great. Couldn't really see it. Wasn't super pigmented. This is their Expert Dual Eyeliner, and one end is what they're calling a gel. One end is their liquid. Liquid, obviously, tapered ended felt tip applicator. This side, they're calling a gel. It's a crayon to me. But we're going to see what we can do. So I'm going to go with the liquid eyeliner on the top. And I haven't used this yet. So okay. So this is a smaller tapered end. Oh, I got it on my hand. And guys, it's actually really nice. This was super easy to use. It is well pigmented. It's very firm. It's not a flimsy applicator. It's very firm. It's got a good bend to it for like sweeping. But it's doing really well. It's really hard to like talk and do eyeliner. So I'm gonna shut up. Okay, guys, super impressed. Super impressed. This is easier to use than a lot of other liquid felt tip applicators that I have, including some of my more expensive ones, like my Fenty Beauty. That was super easy to use. It's a good formula. It went on very smooth. Easy to touch up. Easy fill. Very, very impressed. All right, let's try the gel. I'm going to take the gel into the lower lash line. And I'm calling it a gel because that's what they call it, guys. This is not a gel. I'm just going to point that out. This is not a gel. I'm going to grab a smudging brush. This is called the No Fudge Just Smudge Mott D smudge brush. And I'm just going to smudge that out a bit. Okay. I threw another brush. Okay. So, first of all, not a gel. It's a crayon. It's a crayon. But it's smooth. It's creamy. It's nice. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. Okay, here's the deal. Here is the mascara. This was my least favorite product yesterday. Hated this product. Now, I think I paid like $2 for this. I think when it wasn't on sale, I think it was like $3. It's a dual end. So one end has a thicker applicator. This is supposed to be their volumizing end. This end is supposed to be their curl end. So you'll see different applicator. Comes in one stick. I assume that means that I can use the curling end to get the flip I want, and then the volumizing end to thicken it up and volumize it. I mix these two together, and it clumped so bad. It literally glued eyelashes together, and then it flaked. Like huge chunks just popped off my face. So I'm only going to use one end today because I'm thinking it's because I blended the formula. So I'm going to give my eyelashes a pre-curl. Look at that. Eyeliner on my lid. Fingertip. Pre-curl. And then I'm going to come in and I'm just going to make sure none of my lashes are stuck together. First of all, the fact that I feel the need to pre-prep my eyes before putting the mascara on, it's a little... I'm going to use the curl end. Only because the brush looks like it will grab the lashes better. I don't even know what just happened there. Okay, much better. I can already tell you much better than where it was yesterday. So I'm just gonna grab the top, and I'm doing this because I used a shimmer eyeshadow that had fallout. I just want to cover my lashes. I got really quiet, sorry. So, okay, I'm already much more impressed not mixing the formula. So, yesterday, the mixing the formulas clumped my eyelashes together really bad. It made them super heavy. So the curl that I had on them literally didn't exist. Like, I took my eyelash curler to them 4 different times, and you couldn't even see that I was wearing mascara. My eyelashes were so flat. And I didn't have a black eyeliner on. I had a brown. So you should be able to see my black eyelashes standing out against the brown. And you couldn't. Okay. Very impressed now. I wouldn't say very impressed. I'm more adequately impressed. It's not the best mascara. It's not clumping like it did yesterday, which I appreciate. It didn't add a lot of curl. I mean, a little bit of curl. Not a lot of curl, but it did okay. So now the lips. I have 4 different lip shades here. This one I tried yesterday. This is just a lip gloss. Nothing exciting. This is a nude, really, really matte. It's called Curiosity. And then it has a dual end. So you have the lip gloss there, or the lipstick, and then it has a clear gloss to go over it. I haven't tried that one yet. I don't think I will with this shade. Alright, so then I have these 2 left here. This one is a very red glitter. So I'm going to try out this one. This is the shade Retro. It is an orange glitter tone. I do have some lip liners that I got. I did try one out yesterday. Or try it, yeah. This one's more of a red. And then this one is a light pink. So I'm not going to use a lip liner today because I don't have a liner in the right shade. So let's see what happens. And this is a liquid lipstick. It is metallic. It's a pretty basic applicator, honestly. Nothing special. Okay. So there it is. It does dry. And then when it dries, it doesn't transfer very easily. I did not like test it up against food or beverage or anything like that, because yesterday I wore just the lip gloss, and that I don't expect lip glosses to hold up to any of that, and it didn't. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So this is the Shein SheGlam makeup. Again, I love how it's sitting on my face. Very happy with the pigments and the way things build. For the quality versus the price, I would say I'm actually very impressed. I'm glad I gave it a second try, because yesterday I was not, and I had some really mean things to say about it. But today I am very impressed. I love how it's sitting on my face. The mascara is still my least favorite product that I picked up. Maybe a different mascara from them would do better. But if you've tried it out, if you've tried out SheGlam, if you're interested in trying out SheGlam and you go ahead and do it, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions on it. Leave a review. And let me know what you think about today's look. Thanks, guys.